Welcome to this episode of JJ's Workshop. This is going to be kind of a short one. It's just kind of building a box with some scrap wood. And it's got a little sliding top, so this is actually pretty cool. I built one for my wife, and now I'm building another one for a friend. So I figured I'd like to show this to you. It's a really simple project. Great beginning project, so check it out.
So what I got started here is I have the two sides, both of them are cut down to 6 inches, and you can make this at any width that you want in any length, really. It's a very simple project. I think they're roughly about 2 5/8 wide. But what I did was I figured out what my top thickness is for my slide. It's going to be about 1/4 of an inch, about 3/16, so I figured 1/4 so it slides nice and easy. So what I did was I made 1/4 inch grooves on 2 of these, and then obviously the one right here, this is going to be a bottom, and then this longer one here I'm going to cut for the sides. Okay, so what I did here was I already glued up the sides with the bottom. Now the end pieces, I'm going to wait on those until this sets up so I can sand this edge smooth and butt the one end in. Now when you go to do the other end, you want to cut it below the groove. That way there the box can slide in and out. Just letting you know that now. Follow my step-by-step procedure and the box will turn out wonderfully. Now that we have the box built, as you can see, there's some imperfections. That's why we sand. Remember, that's the one thing I told you about, is that's the beauty of working with wood. It does not have to be perfect, because you can always sand.
Okay, turned out pretty good. So when we're ready to finish it, we'll give it a quick little hand sand with some 400 grit, and then we're gonna look at the top. Now I made some thin strips of walnut, and basically this is designed to be sanded down so it's not so tight, but it's got to go all the way down through just like that. Then there's a little bit that I'm going to have to shave off the side here. So I'm going to palm sand this. And then come over here to the miter and take about a 1/16 off each side, kind of straighten it out. I guess I just lost all my screws. Okay, then just buzz these edges down. Now, slides in perfectly. Take a little bit more off on the one side. Perfect fit. So now we will palm sand this real quick, and we can get to the finish. Alright, we'll get right to the finish. Okay, so for the finish, I'm using teak oil, one of my favorites. Apply it with a rag. Really gets that grain to pop. Brings out that nice dark color in the walnut. And forms a great moisture protection. Now, when you're doing a project like this, make sure that you get the majority of it sanded real good. And always make sure that you always get your glue sanded down, because it will show. And sometimes you get a little bit, and it can't be helped. Like these strips right here, I cut that down to about 3/16 thickness. So, you know, maybe I should have cut it down to a full quarter. That would have sufficed. Then I could have done a little bit more sanding on it. But even with this box, it's cut down to 1/4 inch. And I'm thinking maybe I should have ran it to 3/8, or maybe not have cut my groove so deep, even though I only came in about 1/8. But once you sand your sides down, that's when the problem starts coming, because if you look carefully, it gets thin. You live, you learn. You know, it's especially when you're like me, where you just have this design in your head and you don't actually plan it out on a piece of paper or on a computer screen. You just go out in the garage and start measuring and assembling, and sometimes that's when you find little things that aren't quite the way you planned it, but you find your way of making it go with the flow. Make sure that you always get your exposed ends and stuff covered with your finishing material too, because it just helps beautify it. Alright, so here she is, the finished product. Beautiful mahogany. Of course, it's sawdust. It's got a stick from the sander. Beautiful walnut top. Slides nice and easy. It's awesome. I want to thank you for watching this short episode of JJ's Workshop in this basic box that anybody can build. It is super easy and is stylish. You can store all kinds of little things in these boxes, pencils, ink pens, whatever you can think of. Thanks for watching JJ's Workshop. See you next time.